old, tall, blonde, good-looking kid. And he walked in, and I had a bunch of customers, and he said to me, "Do you have a shooting range?" And I said, "Well, no, not for the public. Liability-wise, we can't do that." I said, "We shoot here ourselves a lot. I'm a gunsmith, but not for the public." And he looked kind of disappointed, but he didn't say anything, and he went down the shop. Well, I felt obligated to help him. So I said, "Why? Do you need to sight in your rifle?" And he looked at me and he said, "It's been my lifelong dream to shoot a gun." I said, "Really?" I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "I'm from Germany. I'm working on a ship coming up through the locks." And I said to him, "You've never fired a gun in your life?" He said, "I was allowed to touch one once, but I've never fired a firearm." And I said, "Well, you let me see some viable ID and clear the crowd out of here, we'll go shoot a gun." So we went out back and we shot a couple guns, and I set him up for a round of trap at one of the local gun clubs, and you'd have thought I gave him the world. It was only 5 days later, I had a young guy come in from Australia. That told me what it was like to have all the guns that had been in his family for 100 years cut up in front of him, and then they handed him a slip stating that he was now legal. It wasn't 5 days later, I had a couple come in from the UK, and they told me what it was like to be robbed at knife point in your own home 3 times in 1 year. So I just wish that some politicians could see things like that. It makes me laugh when I hear the term assault rifle, because it's a term I really hate. There's no such thing. If I stab somebody with a pen, it's an assault pen. If I don't use it for poor purposes, it's a rifle. A lot of the politicians are under the impression that people shouldn't have superior firepower to the military.